Hey, so just a little bit of an ab workout, but it's not just going to be all on the mat, it's going to be standing and sitting and then on the mat. So come with me, let's have a go. And it includes the warm-up too. So first of all, stand with the feet wider than hip width and just do side to side lunges, keeping your hip bones level and then just touching towards the opposite knee there. Taking the other arm behind, placing it in the small of your back. Keep your tummy muscles in, just getting those legs moving. Try not to shrug your shoulders. So the abs are nice and tight as you do this move. And you should feel a twist at the waist. So control the move. Just moving at the waist there. Just a couple more. Good. And bring it back to centre. I'm zigzagging the feet in. I'm just going to take the arms high, keeping the shoulders down, and just do alternate knee raises. Now, the technique here is really important. Make sure you don't collapse like that. You want to stand tall. Each time you bring that knee up, pull your tummy muscles in. So your thighs will feel as if they're starting to work now. So we're going to stretch out the thighs and work the hamstrings by doing some little heel kicks, hamstring curls, heel to bottom, tummy in of course, and reach and pull. And as you pull back, lead with your elbows, so the elbows come behind the body. Keep the elbows quite tight to the body and pull in your tummy muscles. So stretching out your quads, your thighs, and working your hamstrings. Good, keep those abs in and keep breathing. Lovely, and then we'll just bring it back to centre, keeping the knees slightly bent, knees and toes turned outwards. Beautiful. This time, just rotate and come underneath, bending your knees a little more, and we'll do the same the other way. So just rotate and bend your knees, coming underneath. We'll do one more each side. So you tilt over, you rotate, bend the knees as you sweep that arm around and come up. Tilt over, rotate, keeping the hips facing the front, and come up, lovely, and zigzag the feet in and give the legs a shake. Okay, so just rolling the shoulders back a few times. I'm going to use weights for the next bit, but you don't have to, it's up to you. And we're going to go back to those knee raises. So I'm holding the weights with my palms facing each other, and as the knee comes up, the arms come down, keeping the arms pretty straight and really trying to control the move, both when the knee comes up and when it goes back down. So effectively, you're crunching the abs, except you're in a vertical position. So we're not lying on a mat. So it's not as hard in the sense that we're not having to work against gravity. Exhale, inhale. Try not to shrug your shoulders and really clench those abs as the knee comes up. So take a break anytime you need to. But if you want to make it harder, try doing straight leg lifts. So flex the foot and lift the leg. Now this can make you go like that. So keep your chest up and really hold your abs in. If it goes to your back at all, bend your knee again, go back to those ones. But we're not just trying to control it as the leg comes up, we're trying to control it as the leg comes back down. So try and resist gravity, clench the abs, and try not to lean forwards. Really use your abdominals, don't shrug those shoulders, control. And obviously having the weights makes it harder. You can start to lean forwards a little bit as the leg comes up, as long as you're holding the abs in and reach the arms towards your foot, but not too much. Keep your shoulders back, and that makes it a little harder. I'm not collapsing, I'm not sinking, I'm staying tall, but then I'm clenching my abs as I just lean forwards a little bit from the waist. Again, if that goes to the back, go back to the bent ones. So I'm going to get rid of my weights. Make sure you've got plenty of space in front of you. Feet about hip width. So taking the arms up, shoulders down, push forward through the pubic bone, chin to chest, knees are soft, roll down, keeping your abs in and your shoulders away from your ears. When your hands land, you walk them forwards, all the way. So you've got your shoulders above your hands, make sure you don't sink into the shoulders, knees are soft. If you want to come down onto your knees and then walk your knees back so your bum's flat and lift your feet, that's absolutely fine. So either just stay here, or you can come onto your elbows if you prefer, or you can be elbows and feet. So let's hold that plank. So whether you're on your elbows and feet, elbows and knees, hands and feet or hands and knees, don't sink into the shoulders, keep the abs in and breathe. Back of head in line with the spine, so don't look down, don't look straight ahead. Somewhere in between. Can you hold for 10 more seconds? Really hold those abs in and breathe. It's fun, isn't it? If you've had enough, Just bring the knees down and tuck the toes and walk the hands back. Otherwise, just hold for a few more seconds. Next exercise. So I'm sitting on a step, an exercise step, an aerobic step, but you could sit on a stool, or probably safer, you could sit on a mat, and that will be absolutely fine. But what you want to do is put your legs in front, and we're going to scoop the pelvis and just go back a little bit. So the spine is in a bit of a curve. Don't shrug your shoulders, and really switch on those abs. Now, if you're on a mat, you don't want to be sat right on top of the coccyx, because that might hurt. So you want to go beyond the coccyx, a little bit more horizontal, which is harder, or you stay above the coccyx. It's up to you, but whatever you do, don't feel it in your back, feel it in the abs. The abs are in control. Clasping the hands, and we're going to try and relax the thighs, so work out how straight you need to have your legs. And we're just going to twist the upper body. So keep your legs and hips still, and just rotate the upper body like so. I'm going to come up a little bit because it's too hard and I was actually on my coccyx. Try and keep your shoulders relaxed and feel that lovely twisty movement. Keep your thighs relaxed. If it goes to your back, take a breather, take a stretch. But if you want to, as you twist to the right, extend your left leg and then bring it back, and as you twist to the left, extend your right leg and raise your arms to make it harder. So up. So exhale, twist. Inhale, bring it back. Remember, you're keeping the hips still. The more horizontal you are, the harder it is. And you're just twisting at the waist there. Keep those shoulders relaxed. To make it easier, you can put one hand on the floor to support you as you twist. You see, but as long as you're using your abdominals, that's all that matters, and not letting it go to the back. So lovely. So just take a stretch here, just to show you it is possible to do that on a stool. Again, you scoop the pelvis, and like so. The chair, not so much, because you can't really lean backwards. Although if you come to the front of a sofa, you can, or one of the armchairs in your lounge, you could create enough of a gap behind you. But always make sure it's the abs that are doing the work, and always take a stretch afterwards. Don't let it go to your back. Okay, now finally, let's bring it down to the mat. So I'm going to put my head on a block here. And when you lower yourself down, just be careful. Make sure you've got your abs in, and use your hands, but don't shrug your shoulders. So just bring myself down to a lying down position. I'm going to put my head on the block so that you can see me a bit better. Bend the knees, feet on the floor, and we're just going to scoop the pelvis again. So the back is flat to the mat, so you get rid of this little gap here. Imagine you've got a banana under that lower back, and you're going to squash the banana. So tilt the pelvis, press the back flat to the mat. At the same time, lift the legs in the air. Bend them, bring the feet together, but keep the thighs relaxed. So you can bend your knees as much as you like. The straighter you have the legs, the harder it's going to be. But let's press down into that banana, through the abs. That's it, lovely. And relax the shoulders. Hands by your side for a little bit of support, or above your head. Just going to do the scissors. So taking the legs wide, not too wide, just slightly wider than your shoulders. And crisscrossing, keeping the abs switched on. Breathing as you do it. So the legs should feel nice and light, not heavy. You don't want to use the leg muscles. Now, if you just bring your hands behind your head, elbows wide, good, and allow your head to lift away from the floor, but we're using the abdominal muscles. So when you lift, try to, I'm just holding my legs crossed for now, try and bring your rib cage closer to your pelvis. Keep the shoulders relaxed and let your head feel quite heavy. So you really switched on here. So when the legs go wide, you can lower. When the legs cross, you can lift. So breathe in to go down, breathe out to lift. And as you lift, really be conscious that you're keeping your head heavy in your hands and your elbows nice and wide. That's it. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Take a rest anytime you need to. That's it. Relax the shoulders. This is all about the work, the contraction going on in the abs. Keep it nice and smooth. You don't want to rush down. You want to control it and just keep checking in with those shoulders. And when you're ready, just bring it down. Bring it down carefully with control. Let's just flop. Turn out your knees and toes. Relax. Bring your chin towards your chest without lifting your head off the floor. So you're stretching the back of your neck. And then carefully draw your knees in. And we're just going to take a breath in, and as you exhale, roll up using your abs. So you might have had to use a little bit of momentum to do that. Stretching one last time into the back. And then we're going to come up to standing on our weaker leg using our abs. So put your weaker leg in front, tuck your toes under at the back, and here you are in a standing position. Thank you very much, well done. Abdominal exercises, standing, sitting and lying down.